Oh my goodness, I'm so curious. I've seen your movies. I know all about you. I researched you. I know all about, oh my goodness, like your journey in college and your kids and your husband being in war. So much. So I'm fully invested. And more than that, how did you get Women in Film to be invested in this partnership with Broken English Productions?
So you never know who you're sitting next to at a birthday party. I swear. I was at a friend's kid's birthday because I have a little girl. And the president of Women in Film, or CEO, Kirsten, was sitting next to me. And I started telling her about this program I want to create. And she was like, text me, we'll do that. Monday morning, done. Just like that. Like, just explain to her, I just wanted a program for first-time directors. There's so many programs where you need a short film in order to get into that program. Well, it's catch-22 if you don't have one. So why not give these women an opportunity to create their first short film? Sure, it takes work, but it's worth it. It's worth it for sure. So that was the reason, that's how that happened.
What stood out from these three filmmakers, Marta, Johanna, Ini? I mean, you've seen, I'm sure, all of the applicants. How did these three stand out to you for something that's worth your time in developing, producing, seeing them post, and providing notes on?
Look at you did your research. You're like, you know how to make a film, clearly. I mean, honestly, it started with the script, but within development, I saw something, it wasn't completed. Each of them had their own thing, and it had their holes. Like any script, there's no such thing as a perfect one. But I saw something special in each of them, and I didn't select them all at the same time. I selected them months apart. It just happened that way. I was just reading, my team was reading, and they're like, oh, this is it right here. This is special. Because there's a universal theme here. It's like about healing. I mean, it just made sense for me, and I think it made sense, honestly, for the world that needs it.
Speaking of healing, I mean, a lot of these have really dark themes. And I know when people think of people of color, they only think of tragedy. But sometimes you reach a sort of nuance when it's not just the slave story or not just the immigrant story. So when you're selecting these stories and you get to see them and provide notes on them, I mean, what really, what about the through line of these movies really was something that really tore at your hearts, that you knew wanted to be on the big screen?
I think I may not have connected with each of them personally, but I know people who have connected with them. That's what I mean when I'm like the universal theme. There's something there that I don't care. I mean, the guy inside, he was testing our DCP and he started crying. He's a grown man. So yesterday when I was in there, I'm like, oh my God, like, okay, 2 of the films made him cry, and I'm like, okay, something about this made sense for me when I was reading them. There's something for everyone in these films. I don't care if you lost someone. Like maybe you didn't lose someone physically, but you lost a life that you thought you were going to have. You lost an animal that you love. I don't care what it is. You suffered loss in some way. It doesn't have to be your aunt, your uncle, your parent, your sibling. I think there's something there. There's a breakup, a divorce, whatever. There's like you have to heal from that. That's a loss. Infidelity is one of them, and what a kid is witnessing, and how those create wounds in your future, and betrayal and loyalty and deceiving from someone who you look at as maybe your hero. And then inner child healing, forget about it. I think we all need that. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you come from the perfect family, husband, your mom and dad are married forever. Everyone has their things. And I just thought this will make sense for everyone.
And last question, speaking of grief, it seems like culture-based and art-based productions and nonprofits are not getting the funding that they deserve. So how did you secure funding for this partnership with Women in Film?
Well, I run Broken English Productions, and I went to the owner of my company and said, I want to do this program. I think it's really important, and this is why. And I'm like, can you please put the first money in? And he was like, why are we still on the phone? Go raise the rest. Definite yes. Then I went to Sony because I worked at Sony for 10 years. I just went there for like just a what up to my friend who worked there, and she's like, what are you working on? And she's the head of intersectional marketing. She's the head over there. And she's like, what are you working on? And I told her this program. She's like, what could I do to help? Instantly called Paul Martin, who's the head of DEI, and boom, wrote a check. Just like that.
And that's how you create opportunities for women of color when the opportunities are scarce. So congratulations on orchestrating all of this. You really did it, and we hope to see you inside.